Let's get it done.
Did you hear about this big explosion in the southern border in Eilat at a school? Is that from Yemen as well? How long is this thing going to go on for? I mean, our defense minister, Yoav Gallant, he says, be prepared till March, to be in this till March. And we're knocking down their enemies' encampments like dominoes. Bam, bam, bam. And even the underground command and control centers, we're able to knock them down. We're able to crush their ability little by little by little, inch by inch, centimeter by centimeter. And it's dangerous. Their underground maneuverability is still very, very, they're still very, very able to maneuver, and we're crushing it little by little. I know that today is also the commemoration of the atrocities of the Nazis, beginning with Kristallnacht, Leil Abdullah, the night of the broken glass, leading to the Holocaust. And I look where we've come as a country. We have a nation now. We have a state now. And God's given us this land. But you know what? It's the anti-Semitism has just changed its colors a little bit, but it's the same anti-Semitism. And it used to be just anti-Jewish. Now it's anti-Zionist, anti the ability for Jewish people to have a homeland and have a state to live in. And what's going on with the Lebanon border? It's definitely heating up so much. All these anti-tank rounds hitting our guys, injuring our guys, killing some of us, but yet we're shooting back harder. And we will not let those Hezbollah make any advancements. And I just got to tell you a story about an anti-tank round miracle. I call it nothing short of a miracle from last night. So one of my buddies, he's on this mission, and new friends, that is, a soldier. And so what happens is an anti-tank round hits right next to where they were. They should have all been blown to smithereens. But he came out with only flesh wounds, bandaged up. We're having coffee today, and we said, man, you could be dead, but you're alive. And hey, praise God. And as Hanukkah comes around the corner, I'm just praying for miracles. And I pray that you will pray with us for miracles and believe that all these weapons that they were able to bring in, our unit was able to uncover. You probably saw 1,493 grenades, 760 RPGs, 427 explosive belts, 375 firearms, 106 rockets and missiles. You know, about 10,000 rockets have been shot on us, and they keep on resupplying through, I guess, through Egypt in the tunnels there. And as things heat up, even in Judea and Samaria, keep us in prayer. I mean, places like Bethlehem, Jericho, Ramallah, Hebron, Jenin, Nablus, Tulkarm. Keep us in prayer that we're able to, on a multi-front, keep everything under control, keep the citizens safe, destroy these tunnels, rescue these hostages. You know, it's not only the Remembrance Day of the Kristallnacht. Today is actually my daughter's birthday, and I have 3 kids. And my daughter, she's turned 8 today, and I can't wait to celebrate with her. And I'm thinking of the Hand family. So Emily Hand, she went to stay, you know, on October 6th at a friend's house in there in the south in Be'eri. And a lot of us went later to look for the bodies, clean up the bodies, to check for bombs on the bodies and stuff. And they thought they couldn't find her body or the blood splatters. And we're like, did they not kill her? She must be a hostage. So this 8-year-old, you've probably been following the family. Tom Hand is her dad, and the fact that she could be alive in Gaza is a hope. And I just love my daughter, and I want us to see a time soon where daughters won't be kidnapped, innocent won't be killed and murdered in cold genocidal blood like the Hamas have sworn to do, just like Hitler. Let's grease the gears. Let's get the engine fired up on our tanks and open the Bible to Book of Judges, chapter 4 and 5. And there's a battle that happened years ago, not far from my house in Mount Tabor. This is about 1,150 BC or something. And there was a general called Barak. And this mountain of transfiguration, scholars, historians debate, maybe this was actually the Mount of Transfiguration. Maybe it was the Mount of the Great Commission. I think historians think that maybe the Mount of the Great Commission was actually Mount Arbel near my house. But the point is there was a battle that took place there and near the Sea of Galilee. And so he was a little scared, General Barak. And he's like, only if Deborah will come, that's the only way I'll go. If she'll come in and stand with us. She's this prophetess. And guess what? The Hamas have made so many women mad, not just because of killing babies and pregnant women, but the rape and the murder and kidnapping kids. So Hamas has done mess with the wrong people if you make Israeli women mad. There are some fighting women, and I'm going to tell you your end, Hamas, right now in this story. So Barak goes to Mount Tabor, and then Deborah meets him. And Deborah says to Barak, in verse 14 and 15, she says, now Arise, ale. It's like the word aliyah, ale, ascend, arise. For this is the day which the Lord has delivered Sisera, that general under Jabin, Assyrian general Sisera, that the Lord has delivered him into your hand. Has not the Lord gone before you? And so Barak went down, they charged down, they arise all right, and 10,000 other men, and they charged down, and the Lord confuses Sisera and all his chariots and all his hosts, and suddenly they're killed at the edge of the sword. Sisera runs, and you remember he goes to this one tent, and Yael hammers a stake into his head, and Deborah spoke truly. And there was great victory in the camp. And I believe the same thing, that God is going to confuse the enemy and give victory to the righteous. Thank you for standing with us in this very intense time. The world will never be the same after this. And heroes are arising today to stand in the gap for Israel.